Hey guys, we are here with a new Eastside Hockey Manager series, and I got a lot of feedback in the comments of the last episode of the Vegas Golden Knights series, and you guys said to stick to Eastside Hockey Manager, so that's what we're going to be doing. I was just throwing the idea out there of going over to Franchise Hockey Manager, and there is one specific reason to use Franchise Hockey Manager as compared to Eastside Hockey Manager, and that would be to play with an expansion team, as it's much better at that than Eastside Hockey Manager is. It is possible in Eastside Hockey Manager, I've done it before, but it requires a lot of messing with the rosters and then messing with the schedule. You have to create a whole new schedule as well, so it's not worth the trouble. But that is not what we're going to be doing here today. As a matter of fact, we are not going to be using a team in the NHL. It was suggested in the comments to use a team that obviously isn't in the NHL and would make for a much more interesting and much more challenging experience. And we are going to be using a team in the OHL. And the team that we are going to be using is the Kingston Frontenacs. Now, currently, at least the last I checked, which wasn't too long ago, Kingston is not in a good spot right now in the OHL. I believe they're last, actually, in the entire OHL, so they obviously need some help, and we're going to help them get to the top of the OHL and potentially win a Memorial Cup. But another goal for this GM mode is going to be that we are going to try to develop as many top 10 prospects for the NHL as possible. Okay, so welcome to the Kingston Frontenacs. Kingston play in the OHL East of the Ontario Hockey League. The rivalries with Ottawa 67s and Hamilton Bulldogs are passionate. The fans will be expecting us to perform to our highest capacity in these games. The current head coach for Kingston is Curtis Foster. Curtis Foster with the head coaching job here in Kingston. Former Devil's legend. Assistant GM Darren Kelly is here to assist you in the running of daily management tasks. The team's star players include Anthony Aguano, Billy Constantinou, and Mitchell Byrne. So Anthony Aguano, he looks pretty good. Defenseman, 17 years of age. He's got quite a few greens in there. Scouting report, he's got the 5-star there. I don't know if that's accurate, just given that we just started and all this. But we'll see what happens here. And especially given that he's not at an NHL level, I'm going to guess that 5-star current rating means that it's 5-star for the OHL, as opposed to a 5-star player that you would normally see in the NHL. Because this is definitely not a 5-star current rating in NHL terms. And then Billy Constantinou. So he looks like he's got some work to do. Pretty good defensively. He got that checking up there at 74. Hitting at 65, poke check 68, and then positioning at 75. History, played for Niagara last year, and he's also got the 5-star current rating. So yeah, I'm gonna guess that is a 5-star for the OHL. And let's see, Mitchell Byrne. So he's good at the poke check, got some determination, teamwork, work rate. See his scouting report, yeah, 5-star for him as well. He's played quite a while in the OHL here. He had a few years in Erie there, and then Kingston last year. So yeah, he's already 20 years of age. He might not even be here for too long, given that there's only, I believe you are only allowed to have 3, maybe 4 overage players, if I'm not mistaken. And the board looks forward to the playoffs. Well, let me tell you something. I did a little test run with the Kingston Frontenacs for about a month. I simmed about a month in a separate file with Kingston, and boy, do we have our work cut out for us. It is not, as in real life for the Kingston Frontenacs, it is not looking too good. As our goaltenders, Brendan Bonello, Ryan Dugas, and Mario Paccia. I'm probably butchering so many names right here, but whatever. I have nothing to go off of. It's not like, all these players are known throughout the NHL and, the pronunciations are out there. No, this is a whole different situation down here in the OHL. Just difficult names right off the bat. So Connor Alley, Jacob Brahani, Evan Brandt, Mitchell Byrne, who we already saw. Emmett Gordon. I remember that name. I do remember that name from a previous GM mode. I have a feeling that was New Jersey. What's the scouting report like? Yeah, 5-star. I mean, basically, it seems like every player is a 5-star here. Jacob Murray and Aguano, Constantino, we've already seen. So all of our star players are defensemen. So I guess that's good. That's good in a way. And let's see, forwards. Ian DeRungs from Switzerland. Good wrist shot, good deflections. Luke Druitt, 16 years of age, number 1 apparently as a forward. He looks like he's got a long way to go. Got a good wrist shot. Good off the puck. Not much else. So he'll definitely be a project. Dennis Galavachev. Good at deflections. Decent mental category. Decent speed. Decent wrist shot. Not much else. He's 17 years of age. Cameron Hugh. He looks to be pretty good. Decent at defense. 36 for positioning. 51 for hitting. Remember, this isn't the NHL, so we're not expecting anyone to be, in the 80s or 90s when it comes to these attributes. So 50s for the OHL is, I would imagine, at least, decent. And then checking 50. Deflections 41. Got a decent mental category with the work rate, determination, and bravery. 60 for strength. And then Brian Laurie. Good wrist shot, good influence, and good stamina. Decent with off the puck, deking, and deflections. Callaway Mercer. Good with deking, off the puck, passing. Decent stick handling, decent wrist shot. Good work rate, good determination, good creativity, good anticipation, decent speed. And then you have Matt Hotchkiss. Good with off the puck, good with face-offs. Very high determination. Work rate at 77. Strength 71. Oh, did not mean to back out completely there. Paul Larrabee. He's 18 years of age. Face-off 60. Creativity 63. Aggression 69. Brett Newman. 19 years of age. Deking is 70, creativity 79, anticipation 71, decent stick handling and wrist shot, and off the puck as well. Not too shabby with the face-offs. Justin Pringle, deking 60, face-off 61, determination 79. And then Zaid Wisdom. So the funny thing about Wisdom here, he has a great mental category, which is, the pun is in his name, really, given that he has, wisdom and yeah, I'll stop right there. Speed 41, off the puck 49, deflections 46. So his technical category needs some work. Dawson Baker, 90 work rate, 74 influence, 63 for teamwork, 75 bravery, 74 aggression, 60 speed. Nothing too impressive after that. 50 for hitting, 49 for checking, so more of a defensive forward. Tyler Burney, he appears to be more of a defensive forward as well. The 50 hitting, 49 checking, 50 deflections, 70 work rate, 65 bravery, 65 speed, 74 strength. Ryan Crawford, he's overage, it appears, 20 years of age. Again, more of a physical defensive forward, 51 hitting, 50 for checking, 51 deflections, 94 determination, 64 stamina, 60 strength. Cal Davis, 64 deking, more of an offensive forward here, 54 wrist shot, 54 stick handling, and 43 off the puck. Creativity 73, anticipation 70. Sam Field, a little bit more of a defensive forward here. He's got the positioning up at 40. Poke check at 38. 50 for hitting. 49 for checking. And then 99 bravery. 79 aggression. Influence 64. Teamwork 63. Strength 64. Agility 63. Acceleration 60. And Ian Martin appears to be a sniper here. He's got that 66 slap shot, 61 wrist shot, off the puck of 60, determination 95, anticipation 77. So he might end up being one of our key goal scorers there, because I believe he has the best combination of slap shot and wrist shot on the team. So there you go. There are your Kingston Frontenacs. Now, given that we don't know much, if anything, about this roster, other than that Constantino, Byrne, and what's his name, Iguano are our best players, we really don't know much about this roster. So I think day one we'll just see what happens with how this roster simulates. Make some line changes as the year goes on. Nothing too crazy to start out. But what we will do is that we will get some more scouts, given that our current scouts not only are limited in terms of the amount that we have, but are also not that great, given that some of them have reds in the player ability and player potential categories. Now, our head scout, Dick Cherry, who is 81, so we're definitely going to have to go out and find some more scouts in the staff free agency. And I might want to try to pick up another coach, because this guy doesn't look like he's the greatest. He's 31, but I don't know exactly how coach development works in this game, if it happens at all. And everyone else seems to have at least something that they're decent at. Determination for this guy. Franco's good at goaltender, so goaltending coach right there. Tactical coach here. And then we already clicked on him. Curtis Foster's good at coaching defensemen, but this guy just not too much of anything. So, as I said, we'll just go on with this roster here, but we are going to get a few scouts. Now, given that we are a OHL team, we're not going to be able to afford any of these top scouts like Bill Barber or not even try that one, or like Neil Smith. No, we can't afford any of these very good reputation guys, because if we try to sign them, they want a total wage of $125,000, or at least this guy does, and we can only offer him so much money with how much money we have as an OHL team. I'm clicking a lot here, and I can't boost this number up at all. So the only way to sign him would be a signing bonus, and even then, with the maximum amount of signing bonus that we have, that doesn't even equal to the amount he's asking. So we're going to have to go for some of these lower rated guys, such as Jim Kovacic, who has an 81 player potential and 82 player ability. So we'll go after him. And he only wants 33,000, so that's good. We'll give him 1,000 signing bonus. Really got to be conservative about the amount of money we're spending here, given, again, that we are an OHL team and on a budget. So Andre Sisman, Matthias Johansson. There we go. Eli Bauer has a 76 and an 80. So I obviously do have filters on here so that it doesn't show any scouts who are below a 75 player potential and a 75 player ability. So that's why we got some good pickups there. But now what we'll do is we'll sort by assistant GM, because sometimes, there's nothing here that we can afford anyway, but sometimes assistant GMs will be willing to take scout jobs. And it's even the same with assistant coaches, so we might even be able to get a assistant coach who's, like this guy Gerard Wallace, who it looks to be a very good scout, but it's a matter of, does he want to sign as a scout? Let's see. Yeah, he will. Okay, good. So I'll offer him as well. And really, we'll just offer as many of these guys as we can without going over the limit in terms of the amount of scouts that we can have. We don't necessarily need a lot of scouts, given that we're an OHL team. So it's not like we're going to be going after any players in the KHL or the SHL, because they're already over there in an adult league, and then they're going into the NHL. So really, we don't need too complex of a scouting team, actually, I would say. The only reason we need scouts is to scout the rest of the CHL and other teams and our own team. So, yeah, we don't need to sign any more scouts here. So we'll go ahead a couple of days in the simulation. And actually, I'm going to set the detail level as well. A lot of you guys have been asking, or not a lot of you guys, but I've seen it in the comments before of how fast, of how do I get the game to go so fast? Well, part of it is to set all the detail levels to minimum so that all these say none. That's a huge part in the simulation going faster. So let's sim a couple of days just to make sure that we got those scouts on board. And then that'll really be about it. Actually, I do want to see if we can get a coach. After we're done getting a coach and all the scouts on board, then we'll call this one early because I do want to keep it relatively short, at least for the introduction episode. Now, what we do need is a coach who can work with youngsters, because obviously we're a junior team and working with youngsters will be a key component to all of our players' development. So let's see any coaches with an okay reputation. So I would prefer a coach who at least has a few oranges in the technical category as well. And you know what? The mental category itself is actually pretty important. So we'll get determination, we'll get man management. These 5 categories are all pretty important. So okay, yeah, I wouldn't expect anyone to have all 5, but let's see, 4 out of 5. Ray Bear, I would doubt we're getting this guy, but we'll try. Yeah, he wants 82,000. Well, actually, that does appear to equal, yeah. So we might actually be able to get this guy. Let's give him a signing bonus just to entice him a little bit. We'll also give him the maximum amount of salary that we can, which is 29,000 per year. Yeah, let's go for it. Okay. So if we could get Ray Bear, that would be tremendous for our squad and developing our players. And we're going to simulate now to see who we get. I would imagine we get all of them. There's really no need to worry. The only thing we have to worry about, I would say, is just our budget, which, you know, our balance is at 25,000 right now. So hopefully that goes up with the season ticket sales that will hopefully be rolling in soon. So Sammy King, accept. I believe we signed him on as a scout. Yeah, that would make sense. And then Johansson. Bauer, we'll sign you. Staudacher. And there's the season ticket sales. And yeah, there you go. The balance is way up there at $1,250,000 now. So we're fine for the balance. We should be able to pay off all those contracts that we just offered out to all the staffers there. Mayor, we'll sign you as well. We'll sign up everyone who we approached, as long as we're able to fit them within the staff roster. And Ray Bear. So we have to, I believe Bear was the coach. So we're going to have to fire one of our assistant coaches here, which is probably going to be this guy, Phil Mangan, because he's not really good in any one area. You have Longo, who's good with player potential. Well, player potential doesn't really matter too much for an assistant coach, but you still got it. And then John Goodwin, good with forwards, good with determination. David Franco, goaltending coach. Luca Caputi, good with tactical knowledge. And Curtis Foster, our head coach, good with coaching defensemen, adaptability, and determination. So we will be firing Phil Mangan here in order to get Bear on board. There you go. All right, so I believe that's honestly it in terms of guys who we've gone after for our scout and for our personnel. So I think I'm going to leave this one off here just because I don't want to, you know, it's the intro video. Don't want to simulate any games right now. And obviously all these players, we're unfamiliar with them, so we don't really know what they're about yet. And I think in the next one we'll just go a month or so in the simulation to see how we are to start out the season. And obviously we'll play a few preseason games as well. But other than that, I don't want to go any further than this for right now. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one when we get to start year number 1 with the Kingston Frontenacs.